and thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So glad you could join me this evening. A couple of reminders before we get started. If you'd like to check out the apparel shop, that's at stampersdelightshop.com, where you can get this mug and matching t-shirt, or the mug that I just showed you. You can find stamping apparel at stampersdelightshop.com. My online class for the month of March is with Around the Bend. All the links will be below. It's also the one I'm going to be using for the sampler class for the month of March. And sign up. You do have to sign up by March 10th. If you order the Irresistible Suite collection or bundle from me this month, you will receive a PDF with 10 projects from 10 different demonstrators, including myself. And this is, again, a PDF file with all the measurements and instructions to redo 10 beautiful cards. Also for this month, Donna Gray and I announced our Global One Sheet Wonder Monthly Club. For $60, you're going to get a pack of cardstock, soft subtles. You're going to get envelopes, ribbon, gems, and let's see, ribbon, gems. What am I missing here? And the designer series paper. Now the gems are back ordered. You will get those when they are available. And we're each going to do a one sheet wonder. So you're going to get at least 12 more ideas from this beautiful suite. All right, so let's get going here. If you'd like to place an order today, or the month of March, this is my host code for March. And today what I'm going to be showcasing is the Delicate Desert. This is a gorgeous suite. Love this paper. I love the gems too, but I absolutely love this paper. And of course here it tells you what colors it coordinate. And this is what I use to start my samples. I go by this and I grab a couple of those sheets. And that's how I start playing with my different projects. So again, that's on page 42. And also, if you place any order with me this month, you will get my monthly card kit. I did not pull up the picture. I apologize. It's with the Easter Bunny. You will need the stamp set to finish the project, or you can use any stamp set you have. So let's start with some cards that I've already done with this suite. Okay, so this one, basically I just used the designer series paper. I used the new embossing folders that you can get on the online exclusives, which is the Hello Irresistible. The links will be below. We have a pack of 3 beautiful new embossing folders, and this just adds a little more texture to your card. And then this sentiment goes with the stamp set that I'm using, but those little ripples there, I guess you'd call them ridges, that is from the Happy Labels bundle. I love the sentiments, and I love this punch. You can see it's got like a notch there, and I like using those. So here was my first project that I did with that card. You are what sunshine feels like. The second one I made into a shaker card. Now, yeah, I've been doing a lot of shaker cards lately, but I mean, this one just warranted that. Now I'm going to leave that there for a second because you're going to see why. Here's the other card I did. Now you see this frame, and then this frame, and then this piece was actually all cut one time. So I got 3 cards by cutting this once. And you'll see what I mean on that too. And of course I used that beautiful designer series paper for the envelope. And this one, there's the inside of that. And then we have the shaker card. Your smile is pure magic. And again, I just absolutely love this foil paper. Such a beautiful set. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you how to do a Z-fold shaker card. Now this one, you can see I'm using all that Calypso coral colors. I'm going to be switching that up now. So here is another shaker card where I used just the inside piece here. But when I open it, check this out. It's actually a Z-fold card. it's a Z-fold shaker card. It stands up very nicely. Shaker there, Z-fold here. All right, so let's get started on that. So this is the stamp set. And then here are all those gorgeous dies. You can see that mine have tape on them because I've been using them. And this is the set that I was talking about. When you cut these, you cut this piece like 4¼ by 5½, and then you cut this piece out, and you actually have 3 pieces to use. That'll make more sense in a second, I hope. All right. Now, I didn't use all the pieces in here. I didn't use these ones yet, but I'm sure I will get to those. So, let me bring in a piece of this beautiful paper here. Now, this is our soft succulent, so I'm changing up the colors here. I am going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to just do this at 4¼ which is half. Okay. So I get a nice good edge on that. And then what I usually do is just fold this back. I don't actually score it. You can if you'd like. I like to just roll that back a bit so I know I'm getting it the right size. And there's my Z-fold card. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in some of that designer series paper and see which one I want to use. Of course, it's double-sided. I've been using a lot of this color, so I wanted to go with the green. And I think I'll use this side. This, to me, is a little busy for what I want to do. So we're just going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to cut one of these pieces right here at 2 inches. So I want this. This is about 2¼ I think. So I want 2 inches. And then I'm going to do another one at 2 inches. Let's save that piece for later. And then I'm going to cut this at 5¼ Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. It all helps when you comment, you follow me, you subscribe. It all really does help. So the first thing I'm going to do, oh, I forgot my glue. Let me get my glue here. I actually prefer, my #1 choice is my Stamp and Seal. But there are times, of course, when you need the liquid glue or the Stamp and Seal Plus. So I am going to just add that right here. And then this one I'm going to add on the inside. Again, I could have used the busier side or the busier print, but I didn't want to take away from what I'm doing. I'm going to add that one right in here. Now I need another piece for in here, so I'm going to cut another of the same paper at 4 by 5¼ Still shots will be on my blog, Stampersdelight.com, and the measurements will be there. I'm going to add this one right inside here. Okay, so I'm done with that for a moment. And then what I'm going to do is, I actually might use this print. Yeah, I think I might do that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this beautiful foil paper. And I am going to cut that. I'm going to go with, let's bring these in here. See, this is how you can make 3 of these. Okay, so I want to make sure that I get large enough. Okay, so I'm going to go at 4 inches. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. And then I'm going to cut that at, let's see, let me look at this one, 5 1/4. So again, the standard measurements that I always use, we'll use that for the envelope. So it's 4 1/4 by 5. Now I'm going to bring these dies in, and I'm going to place one here. I'm going to place one in the center. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. Of course, I have to move this. I was just showing you how I was going to layer it. Okay, so I am going to put this plate here. Put that right in there. And you can use tape like I do, the magic tape, or Post-it notes. Okay, that's good right there. I'm going to go in here with this. Cut that. Okay, so this is, now I have 3 pieces, and that's where I got those 3 cards from. 1, 2, and then the third one was this piece right here. So for this card, we're only going to be using this piece right now. Let's save those. Okay. And I am going to get a piece of window sheet. And I want this to fit on here. So again, I just like to remeasure that this is going to be 3 1/4 roughly by 4 1/2. I can always trim it. That's what I like about the window sheets. If I do it larger, it's okay because I can trim it down. So I'm going to do 3 1/4. 4 1/2. There we go. And then I am going to gently put some Stamp and Seal on here. I actually want my silicone mat if it's in here. I think it's on my table here. Okay, well this is a silicone mat. We have ours, and I like putting that under my, it disappeared on me, as so much does when I'm doing these. But this is also a silicone mat. It's just a very large one I keep over the whole surface of my work area. I got that on Amazon. Okay. So, whoop. Didn't want to do that. Really sticky, but it'll be fine. We're just going to fix that right there. Whoop. Oh my gosh. Let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. This is how you fix a mistake. Okay, there we go. You see how I ripped that? Oh my gosh, it's all stuck to my fingers. I'm all thumbs tonight. Or fingers today. All right. This is really, there we go. All right, just tuck that back in there for a minute. No worries. I'm going to place that right here. It is really sticking to, really sticky. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this is what I was saying. If there's a little bit sticking out, I'm really not going to be worried about it because number one, you can't really see it. But if you don't like it, just trim it away. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to grab our dimensional strips. Opening a new pack. I love it. And I am going to just put that all the way around here. There we go. I've been doing a lot of shaker cards lately. But what happens is some of the stamp sets just call out for that. Just want to lay that back down there so that when I put my beads in there, they don't stick. Okay, well, it doesn't want to stay down there. Okay, we're going to put this aside now. I'm going to take another piece of Designer Series paper. And I was going to use that busier one, but I think I might use this one. Just going to take a look at something. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one in the same size that I did that, maybe a little bit bigger. So this is 3 1/4, which is what the window sheet was. So I'm going to go a little bit larger. There's 3 1/4. I'm going to go up about a notch or two. And then this was 4 1/2. There's 4 1/2. I'm going to go up 2 more notches. Let's see what's on the other side of that. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm going to put that aside. I don't think I had any of these cut out, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to cut some pieces out here. So let me grab some of my pieces. Okay, so I have this piece, and I'm going to make a couple of, we need that die, and this one, and probably that one. Okay, so this one, I'm going to take and I'm going to make 2 of these. Here's my first one. There's my first one. I'm going to make one more. Pull that one out gently. Okay, I'm just going to move this aside real quick. Next, what I'm going to do is grab a piece of white. I want a piece of white cardstock. There we go. I'm going to grab the large flower and the small flower. And for this one, I am going to use Calypso Coral and Cajun Craze, I think. I don't know if I want Cajun Craze. Maybe I'll use the Calypso Coral and the Pale Papaya. So let me clean this one off. I'm not sure what color I was using, and I didn't clean it off before. I started my project here. All right, so let's just clean this off. I got a piece of, okay, this is, all right, so I'm using the Calypso Coral for this one. I'm going to stamp that right there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Normally I would clean these off, but my Stampin' Scrub is buried. So we're just going to go with Pale Papaya. Let's see. Yep, Pale Papaya. Now, something I like to do is, that's a very light color. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rock the edges so I get a little bit of that Calypso Coral on here too. And you see what happens? Look at that. You get the darker outside and the lighter inside. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now we're going to cut this. And I have these all ready here. Just got to make sure I have it lined up correctly. And the magic tape lasts for a few times, so that's why I leave it hanging off my dies. And we're just going to make sure we get this in the right place. I like to twirl it around so I make sure I get it in the right place. That looks like it right. Oh. Sometimes my eyes deceive me. There we go. I'm just going to press that one down. And then I'll run this through. All right, we'll move this out of the way for now. Bring those two back in. Okay, so this piece is actually going to go on the front like this. And you can see it's a little larger, but that's okay because I can trim it. So I'm just going to look to see where I want my flowers. And I want this one right in the middle here. So I'm going to put that one right here. I'll put this one right here. I want to make sure that they show. They do. And then these little guys will go behind them. So I'll put like this one right here. Maybe another one right here. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to flip those over real quick. And I don't want to lose my place, so I'm just going to put a little glue right there to hold that in place. And that tells me where I'm going to actually put the next one. And then these I will lay down. Now I can use dimensionals, but it is going behind that window sheet. I'm just going to tuck this one right about here. And then I'm going to grab some of those beautiful gems that go with this suite. I have the larger ones right here, so I'm going to add those first. Right here. They look like little teardrops. Maybe another one right there. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this back in. The first thing I'm going to do is take this off so that it doesn't, I don't pick it up while I'm putting the gems in there. Now remember I said it didn't really matter because you see that I tore that, but you can't tell. I'll lay that down. I am bringing in my effervescence. I love these beads. To me, they look almost like raindrops. I've been using those a lot lately. And there are different sizes in there. See how that one got stuck on there? That's why you want to be careful. You don't want anything on that. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this over. And I am going to lay that right on top. That's why I wanted a little bit of an overhang. I am going to give that a good press. All the way around because I don't want those beads falling out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. That's going to get layered right on here. But now you can see I could see some of the white and I really didn't want that. So I'm just going to use this as a guide and trim some of it off. It's easier to have more and trim than to cut it too short. Then your beads start falling out. Anybody have that happen to you on a shaker card? I have. Okay, and then the top. And there you have piece that you need. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down right here. Remember, it is a Z-fold, so you only want glue on one part of it. Put that right here. And there's your Z-fold. Now for the sentiment on the inside, I'm going to grab another piece of white. I am actually going to grab those dies again. I only need this one die. This is the smaller die. Will it fit that way? Yep, it'll fit that way. So I'm going to cut that out in white. I'll use that for my inside sentiment. The other thing that comes with this suite is this ribbon. Now, I love the ribbon, and you can see I did use it on this project. It's a little, for me, it's a little too thick to tie into a bow. So I just put a nice little piece across this one card. But that's the ribbon that goes with it. And then this is going to go on the inside, right here. So when you close it up, you're not going to see it. So I am going to stamp, let's see what sentiment we want on the inside. You are what sunshine feels like. All right. And I'm going to grab my Calypso Coral. I'm going to grab my little flower. I think that's all that needs. Maybe I'll put one on the other side. That's going to be laying right inside there. Like that. Now this one I didn't put a sentiment on the outside because I really wanted to show the shaker card, but this one I think I will. So I'm going to grab a strip of white, see what smaller sentiment I have, which is Your Smile is Pure Magic. Okay, so we'll grab the Calypso Coral. I'm going to put this right in the center here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that tag punch that we have from the Happy Labels, the Happy Label punch. I really like that it makes it a little decorative here. I'm going to just cut this one off. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to put that, I think, right here. I want that little flower to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Stamp and Seal. Just like that. I'm going to add it right across here. I'm going to bring in some more of those gems. This time I want the smaller ones. And a larger one up here. Maybe one right there. Who wouldn't like to get this card? So now you can see it in the green. And then, of course, the envelope. We have an envelope here. And I have the Designer Series paper that I could use for that, but what I really like for these cards when I have that foil paper is I like to use the foil on the lip of this matching card and matching envelope. I love it. I don't care if some of the white is showing on the envelope. As long as I get that beautiful foil paper to show. And now I have a matching envelope for my card. Again, here's the other one I did in the other color. So it is a Z-fold shaker card. Did you like that one? I hope you did. All right, so now we have these two pieces left, and I can make 2 cards out of this, or I can play with it and make 1. So let's use some of that soft succulent again. I just felt I should use the soft succulent since I used so much of the Calypso Coral the last time. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm not going to make it into a shaker card. I'll make this into a window card. I'm just going to fold that in half. And there's my... Okay. Now, this should fit right on top, which it does. I'm going to grab some more of that beautiful Designer Series paper. This one, I think I might use this. Or maybe I will use this one. I kind of like to use something that's not too busy. Yeah, I think I want to use that one. Okay, so this piece, I am going to cut again. And if I forget, I just take my paper trimmer and line it up. So this is 4 by 5 1/4 when I'm done. And that's what I'm going to make this. This one I don't really have to make larger because I'm not making it into a shaker card. 4. Okay, I'm going to go this way. For this one, I think I'm going to stamp those flowers right on this paper and see how it comes out. What do you think? I haven't tried that yet, so let's try that. Let me take these flowers and stamp right on here. I don't know what, ooh, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know whether it's going to come out right, but. I'm liking that. And then, let's see. Looks like it's standing all by itself. I don't like that part of it. So let's see what, did I open up? What else do I have in here? Let's do another flower, I think. Maybe a darker one. There we go. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I'm thinking I'm going to stamp right on the top here. Again, this is definitely a card on the fly because I had no really idea what I was going to do. You are a ray of sunshine. Or that's what it should say, but it says you are what sunshine feels like. That's going to go right on top of there. And again, I'm going to add some glue here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to add something else before I put this on there. Remember that ribbon? That's what it needs. I think it needs some ribbon. Okay. This would go right on here. But I want to use some of that ribbon. And since I'm not tying it in a bow, it's going to work out nicely, I think. Take some of this ribbon right underneath the sentiment. Like I said, it's a little bulky for me for bows, but for something like this, it works out nicely. Just glue that down. I'm going to glue that right here. This is going to go right on top. It's already got the glue on it. So we're going to go right on top here. And then, I don't know, still needs something. Still needs something, I think. What do I need? I think I need a flower that's three-dimensional. So let's bring this in. Let me stamp another one of those and another little one. Let's see. I'll take these off. It's going to go right here. Take that tape off for a minute. Move that one over here. And then this one. Cut right there. Okay, I'll take these aside and cut those. See if I like this now. I think I will. Yeah. Okay. That definitely adds to it. So these, I am going to use dimensionals. Just want to take a peek at my dies again. Something I didn't use. I don't know if I want to use this. Nope, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave this. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go right up over the ribbon. And this one, I'm going to go right about here. So now I have some three-dimensional flowers on there. I'll add some of the gems. Grab a piece of white. For what sunshine feels like. And then I think maybe I'll use one of those stamps I haven't used yet. Why not try those out? I know so many of you told me that you like my card on the fly when I do that. Okay, and this one is going to be Your Smile is Pure Magic. What a great card for somebody, right? So that will be the inside. And you could add some of those greenery pieces if you wanted to. But I think I'm just going to keep the flowers, the succulents. And then this is paper I will use for my envelope, the scrap paper that I have. And there we have another card with that outside piece. Now again, this is a little bulky and you could use dimensionals if you wanted to pop that up a little bit. So there we have another matching card. And of course we still have this nice little piece right here. I wonder if I have any of those. I was using the new embossing folders for another project. But I think I want to emboss this, so let me grab one of them. So this is that middle piece, and I'm just going to put this in that new textured embossing folder. Give that a little bit of texture before I use it on my next card. Again, I'm using the green because all my cards in the beginning, I was using all the Calypso core. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that looks. Right? Okay, so I'm going to grab some more of this designer series paper. You know, I get stuck on something and I tend to use the same ones. So I'm looking to see if I want to change it up a little bit. There's some more of the papers. I think I want something with a little green in it. How about this? That might work. Let's see. How about if we use this? Another card on the fly. So I have no idea what we're doing, what it's going to look like. I think I might do that. I'm going to cut this. But you know, I haven't used any of the other ones. Oh, decisions. Let me just see. I haven't used this paper, and this paper really is pretty. This one really is pretty, but oh, I do like that. Okay. So I'm going to change my mind again. I'm going to grab this piece. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Get those out of the way before I get them all messy. By 5 1/4. How about distressing it a little bit? Maybe, I think that might. I'm just going to distress this paper a little bit on the corners for the ends. Wanted that little bit of a distressed look. I'm going to do that at a little. This is the Pale Papaya. So I have a couple of pieces, other pieces left, and I'm wondering how these would look together. This way I can use up my pieces. I think I'm going to do that. So I am going to lay this down, tying in some of those colors. So I'm just going to put that at a little bit of an angle. And the same thing with this. Now this one I'm going to put right over it, again, at an angle. But this time I'm going to use dimensionals. So let me grab those. Oh, almost time for new dimensionals almost. Got to use my edges first. Okay. Take your pick tool. That came right out. Put that right in that corner. I need small ones here. So I like doing the card on the fly with yous, especially when I have pieces left over because it's less I have to put away. And then I forget that I have those pieces. I'm going to just add, I think, a little piece right here. Push that in just a little bit. And I think I need one more little piece. So let's cut a few more. That's too big. There we go. I guess this could be like an abstract card. right over here. What else? What's next? Let's see what else I haven't used. I didn't use this piece, so let's try this guy. Let's try this one. Maybe with this. This is the leftover piece, so let me see what how this cuts. I haven't tried that one yet. So I'm going to do that right now with you watching. This will be my abstract card. All right. This is more of a subtle color. Let's see what happens when I cut this one out. My goal is to do a video on everything all the stamp sets that I've ordered, or a blog post, because I have so many sets that I order. I want to make sure I use them all. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's do another one. This one I'm gonna angle in here. I don't know if I'm gonna use them yet, but we'll see. I hate to not see that beautiful paper. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those. What do you think? A little bit of an abstract? Not sure. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, I have these two pieces. Oh, you know what? How about we do another one this way? What do you think? I think I'd rather save those for another card. I'll save those for another time. All right, so we got these. I still want to use these pieces, but I just don't know where. I just don't think they belong here, so we're not going to use them. But I did get to see what it looked like. I could put that right across there. All right, let's see. Let's see what else I got here. I have no idea how this is going to come out. I just love the paper. So, all right, let's see. Your smile is pure magic. And what's this one? Sending warm rays your way. Okay, let's try this one. All right, a little more of that color. Yep, I like that. Everything doesn't have to have flowers on it. Oh, did I just say that out loud? I just want a little bit of that right there. And then my dimensionals. I love this foil paper. Have I said that already? Like 100 times, right? You're probably all saying, yeah, you've been saying it. Okay. Let's get that off. Put those right across there. And then some of the gems. No flowers, just beautiful paper. Oh, I'm not sure where that one went. One more. I think I'm going to use one more right there. I didn't put it on the foil paper because it doesn't really show up. And I want it to show up. All right, so I lied. I'm going to use the flowers now. I'm just using the large one, and I'm not re-inking it. And then up here, I'm going to use the small one. That gives it a little more color. All right, there's using up my pieces. Then I'm do the envelope. I don't think any of those will work on my envelope. So let's take an envelope and stamp that one. All right, so we're going to take the large flower. There we go. And this one. All right. What do you think? No flowers, just that gorgeous paper. Move all that out of the way. Let me show you the cards again. So this is the other card on the fly. There will be still shots on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. Here's my Z-Fold Shaker card. This was actually my fun fold for Friday morning, which I couldn't do because we had appointments. So I guess it's Fun Fold Monday. And then here's the Z-Fold one that we just did. I love using that for the sentiment inside. And then the other one's another shaker card there. I mean, the frames are just perfect for shaker cards. I just lost some of my beads here. And there's the other card. And then here was the first one I did. So what I do when I'm going to use a suite or a stamp set and I'm not sure what I want to do with it, I start out with something very simple, very easy. And then I work from there. So somehow some of my beads got loose. And these are really, really hard to get back in here. So let's see if I can do it. I am just going to, there we go. And then the ones that don't go back in there just go on the floor. I'll get them when I sweep up. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the video today. And I hope you enjoyed this this stamp set. Again, it just called out to me for a shaker card because of those frames. So give it a second look if you haven't looked at it already. Lots of things you can do with that stamp set. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.